Welcome to another exclusive special episode of the Roller Coaster Diaries. Come with me as I tell you my touching story, inspiring as well as I clean my house. I would like to do some cleaning. I'll be cleaning my yard just now. As you can see how dirty the leaves have made this place to be. Come with me. Let's dive into my life-changing moments. From dream home to survival house, how YouTube is saving my life. This is the story of my 1.2 million rand property and the fight to keep it. The dream. This wasn't just a house. It was a love letter to my future. But my love, my hunger for a shared dream made me do the unthinkable. Even though my wife wasn't working, I faked payslips for her. Yeah, I know, it was a risk. A big one, but it worked. We were building something together. We got approved for the bond. We were in. We were proud. You know, there are those moments in life where you feel you are the man. You feel you got your ducks on the row. No one can tell you anything. You got it all figured out. But it becomes so embarrassing when things fall apart. And when you open your eyes, you notice that, oh God, you just fumbled. You just lost the touch. You just didn't do it right. Those are very sad moments. And I've been through a lot of those. And they need you to be very strong emotionally. But I wasn't about to give up. So I went full hustle mode. I did what any desperate man with imagination would do. I turned my house into a business. First, I put it on the market. I even added a swimming pool to boost the value, but it wouldn't sell. I tried everything and even dropped the price. Listed it at a price with no profit and it still wouldn't sell. I grabbed my tools and transformed the 3-bedroom house, the lounge, now a bedroom, the kitchen divided into 2, the garage cut and converted into 2 bedrooms. And unfortunately, one of the tenants in the garage left the stove on the eve of this new year and it caught fire. I nearly lost my house beginning of this year. If I wasn't around to put off the fire as it started, we could have been talking a different story right now. I could have been homeless. So thanks God, as the fire started, I was in the studio and the power tripped off. So as I went outside of the studio to check why was the power tripping off, I found the house already full of smoke coming from the garage. I ran outside, grabbed the hose pipe and extinguished the fire. I was really lucky on that day. I will never forget the 1st of January 2025. Now even the lapper and the storage room outside became rentals. And when I was done, I had 10 rooms, 9 tenants, including my own studio bedroom. At one point, there were 18 people living in that house. My home became a mini apartment complex. But the cost, the electricity for a house with all those people was not coming cheap. It was so crazy. Remember, I actually didn't have separate electric boxes, so the renovations were just temporary and I had to foot the bill. Maintaining the property with so many people became a nightmare. I remember at one point the drainage system failed and the house became so stinky. As we tried to save money and fix it ourselves, it finally worked, but at that time the neighbors had already complained to the municipality, so the Ekurhuleni municipality served me with papers to actually close down my little hostel which I had created in the suburbs. Where do we stand? Is it okay? I ended up in court. The bank came for my house. I have 6 months to save this property as I made this video. 2020 came and took more than just jobs. With me, I wasn't really going to be affected by the downsizing of the airline. However, I felt the urge that I wanted to be independent. I wanted to move out. So when they offered the VSP, voluntary service package, I was one of the first to grab them. And this was in agreement with my wife, who believed I should have tried the business while I was still working. However, who could stop a man who was already at a burning edge of going out into entrepreneurship? So I took my money and left. I resigned and went to try a business. The business fumbled. That is a story for another day. But, well, then something crazy happened. A production company reached out. They want to partner, offer gear, mics, support, but only if I reach 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to In Your Face Media. We appreciate the support. Thank you. Thanks to you, Keleto. You've held my hand through this YouTube journey. I appreciate, brother. And certainly I had a mission, not just to make content, but to save my home. YouTube gave me something no job could give me anymore, a second chance. So right now, this is your chance to subscribe. Press that notification bell so that you don't miss out on these real life stories, so that you can get inspired by real life situations without falling into depression and end up maybe even killing yourself. I found YouTube not as a viewer, but as a creator. I started telling my story, my pain, my hustling, my journey in here, in this channel, the Roller Coaster Diaries. I found something powerful, my voice. I learned to feel deeper, think bigger, and love louder. This house watched me build and break. It saw me fight, fall, and get back up. And now you can be a part of this story. If my journey moved you, if you see the hustle, and if you believe in comebacks, I invite you to support this mission. whether by sharing this video, subscribing, or if you feel led, even donating. Every act counts, every cent helps, every share adds hope. I'm not just trying to keep a house, I'm building a future, building a legacy. And with your help, we can finish this fight together. The Roller Coaster Diaries is more than a YouTube channel. This is my life, my movement. I'll leave the donation links and contact details below. And if you've got gear, skills, connections that could help, don't hesitate to reach out. All contacts are in my bio. Yeah, this is how it's looking like after a day busy cleaning. I've been cleaning this area. I did show you before I started how it was looking, and now this is how it's looking. Very clean, I must say. Remember, can't, wouldn't, and with faith we move mountains. Let's build this together. I'm Gulilego Freedom Shabangu as Freezer's chorus, and join me. Let's hold hands together. Let's grow. Let's survive. Let's triumph. Let's defeat. Let's come victorious. Let's marvel. Thank you once again for spending your time with us. See you next time.